Good morning, everybody. I got a brand new song for you. I hope you'll join me in singing it. It's pretty easy to catch on to. It's so great to be back with you this morning. Here we go. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here. All are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, where we discover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community. All right, second part goes like this. It doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter what you've undone. All that matters is you're here now. Keep an open heart, let Spirit work it out. Here we go. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here. All are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, where we discover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community. It doesn't matter, here we go. It doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter what you've undone. All that matters is you're here now. Keep an open heart, let Spirit work it out. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here. All are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, where we discover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community. Last line again. Uncovering who we are in our beloved community. One more time. Uncovering who we are in our beloved community. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Santa Rosa. Thank you, Gary, Lynn, Floyd, and band. Thank you. I am Tamira Hume, a prayer practitioner at this incredible center, and I am really pleased to be here today. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. Thank you also to the folks that are on live stream right now. We are grateful that you are sharing this time with us online. And live streamers, if you love watching us online, consider sharing us with your friends by clicking that share button at the bottom of the screen. That helps us share our services and our community with the world. And it is the world, it's all around. If you are new to the center and have questions about what is happening here, on our website, CSLSR.org, it is filled with useful information. You'll find our monthly bulletin with a photo of the typewriter. You just click that, and it contains everything happening throughout the month. If you are new and wondering what we are all about, you can pick up the welcome packet at the entrance to our social hall. That contains information about our teaching, as well as what we have to offer as a community, classes and activities and events. If you would like spiritual support around something that is happening in your life, we have an extremely vibrant community of licensed prayer practitioners who are available to pray with you after service. These practitioners are also available for spiritual coaching on a fee-for-service basis. And you can find out more from our, in the social hall, there is a prayer practitioner pamphlet that can give you more information. Parents and grandparents, our youth and family program has reopened for newborns or toddlers elementary schoolers, elementary or middle schoolers, and teenagers. Our program helps your children and grandchildren get plugged into our community and grow on their own spiritual journey. Talk to our youth coordinator, Jennifer Caldwell, after service to get plugged in, or send an email to youth@cslsr.org. Be sure to tune into service every fourth Sunday when Jennifer and our youth will be sharing all that has been happening in their world. And now, would you please join me speaking aloud our vision and mission as a community? The Center for Spiritual Living is a spiritual community that promotes global transformation through personal transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. We are motivated by a compelling vision of a healthy, loving world, which we call the global vision. This vision inspires us to bring the gifts of compassion, integrity, and loving kindness to the world through our programs and teaching. Together, we are helping create a world that works for everyone. We follow this vision through the 5 core spiritual practices of our teaching. I would invite you to please read these with me. Spiritual study, affirmative prayer, meditation, selfless service, spiritual circulation. I know somewhere between the music, meditation, prayer, and Dr. Edwards' message is exactly what you need for the next step of your spiritual unfoldment. You are welcome here. Now please enjoy some music before our short time of silent contemplation, before our prayer.
O great Spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. O great Spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. O great Spirit, no greater blessing. O great Spirit, no greater
And resting in the awareness of this great spirit, known also by the name of love, recognizing that it is everywhere present, persistently available, in and through all things, across all times, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. That power, my home, our home, that love, my heart, our hearts, that everywhere present energy, my life, our lives. And as I sense this beautiful presence and acknowledge my shared heritage with all beings everywhere in this love, I come to the realization this morning that all is well, that all is exactly where it should be. And so I call upon this power to infuse this service with its wisdom and its love, so that we may be open-hearted and open-minded for that which wishes to reveal itself through us. And in deep gratitude, I release this word into the law, and together we say, and so it is. Good morning. I'm Edward Viljoen, and I'm acting as the practitioner today, and I invite you to read with me the affirmation for today, which I believe magically appears right there. Here we go. I nurture my passion. It blends naturally with my purpose. And so it is.
Every good thing I can imagine, every high trail that I can find, every new depth that I can sink to, every deep breath that I can find, every surprise that I can treasure catches me off guard every time. Every new thrill is too much to measure. Letting it fill this heart of mine. Why don't we make this last forever? Live every moment one by one. Give it a chance, never say never. Take the magic as it comes. Every road that we may travel rises up to meet us as we go. There is no detail we can't handle. Heaven knows we're never far from home. Why don't we make this last forever? Live every moment one by one. Give it a chance, never say never. Take the magic as it comes. Why don't we make this last forever? Live every moment one by one. Give it a chance, never say never. Take the magic as it comes. Every good thing I can imagine, every high trail that I can climb, every surprise, too much to treasure, catches me off guard every time. Every good thing, 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 every good thing.
Thank you so much, Nick and Brett and Gary, Lynn, Floyd. It's always such a pleasure to have you, Gary, with us. Gary is one of the treasures of our New Thought community, singing all over in Centers for Spiritual Living, carrying the message of the of science of mind through music, which is such a powerful thing to do. And long before I met Gary, and he was just at our national summer conference last week, long before I met him, I met his partner when we were both in our 20s. And I had huge hair, and one day Gary showed me this picture of me and his partner in our very first class together in Science of Mind in Burbank, California in 1812. I don't know when it was. So wonderful. And in that class I learned that there is a creative power in the universe that is larger than what I am and larger than what you are, that I live in, that we live in, that I breathe in, and I think in, and that we are part of. And it flows through the entire universe. That's what I learned in that first class, weaving itself throughout existence. And it courses through you, just like it courses through me. And it's as if this power is responding to the focus of our awareness, flowing through our thought and our passion to become the life that we are living. That's what I learned in my very first class. Whew. So I learned that my thought was creative, is creative, specifically when it is focused and backed with intentionality and passion and feeling, and when it is repetitive and persistent, because that is when the creative power of the universe surges through me, opening in my life opportunities and insights that match what is inside of me. So the question for me became early on, what's inside? What am I focusing my attention on? I learned that in class, to get curious about that, to be interested in what my attention lands on. So I learned to ask myself, what do I think about a lot? What's got my attention a lot? What do I spend my time on and my money on? Because I will tell you. What do I dwell upon? What do I dwell upon so much that it is completely normal for me? Because that something has a lot to do with how life unfolds for me. It's not everything, but it's very important. So when I discovered the Center for Spiritual Living, I had not heard about this idea that what is in my mind matters. That was new. So I started to get curious. I started to investigate my mind to find out, what do I spend a lot of time passionately thinking about? And to my surprise, I discovered some of the things I was passionate about included worry, criticism, people-pleasing, fear, gossip. It was the way my family did things. It was normal. So I didn't know any different. Look, I was passionate about a lot of good things also, but this fierce loyalty to worry and criticism, it surprised me when I first realized how strong it was. It was normal for me to be focused passionately on worry. So I had to learn to ask myself, is it possible to shift my passionate attention to something else? And I found not only is it possible, but it's kind of fun to experiment doing it, to playing around with attention. So I used questions that I learned in class, questions like this. What is left when I no longer compare myself to other people? What becomes available to me when I don't spend my time worrying about what other people think about me? What is interesting when I'm no longer interested in gossip? What is there to focus on when there's nothing more to fix? Oh, such fun. So in this way, I began to shift my attention to a new focus. And because it was a new focus, then the creative power of the universe flowed through me in a new direction, as it does and will through you, opening my mind to new possibilities and insights that now matched this new focus. And in that, I started to discover a whole new way to be me. So much pressure was taken off. So much freedom. As we read earlier, our organization's purpose is to awaken humanity to this very awareness that there is a creative power greater than you are, that you can use, and that we are part of it in the way that we are part of this creative process that's unfolding new every single day, which sounds so ideal and wonderful. And in reality, as we grow and live together in this world, difficult things happen. Things happen that sometimes plunge us into sadness and worry, not because of any negative thought that some person had, but likely just because that is the way of things. Life is complicated. I'm thinking, for example, of our beloved practitioner, Linda Scheiblich, who passed away recently. Now, many of you may remember her from sitting in the front row right here and dancing every single service because she'd almost never missed a service with her husband, Patrick. You know what else she never missed? She never missed giving me a greeting card for my birthday, for Easter, for Hanukkah, for Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Every year of the 28 years that I knew her. And others in our community will remember her for her kindness to our children in the youth and family program. When it was time for Purim, she would come with the costumes and the cakes and the food and entertain them spiritually. And others will remember her for her elegant teaching style and the depth of her conviction and her ability to inspire people. And most importantly to me, for her being a voice for inclusion when it came to Jewish cultural and spiritual celebrations. People would describe her classes as the most pivotal learning experience in their spiritual lives. And I believe that that was because she was utterly convinced that there is a creative power in the universe that flowed through her and worked through her, and she was passionate about that, and she wanted everybody to have access to that information. There's a post for her on our Facebook group. You should see the comments. Read the comments, because they tell the story about the impact that her passion and her courage and her commitment had on the people around her. Now, I mention Linda because her passing reminds me that at the Center for Spiritual Learning, I also learned not to shy away from difficult feelings and emotions, nor to pretend to be happy when sadness comes. Instead, I learned about the deep soul happiness that comes when we honor and acknowledge the lives of those people who touch us deeply, when we help each other when we are struggling, when we love each other when we are grieving, when we share with each other when help is needed. So let's review so far. Today's message. There is a creative power in the universe greater than I am and greater than you are, and it flows through my mind as it flows through your mind in the direction of your attention, specifically when that attention is focused, backed by emotion, imagination, feeling, and is repetitive. Okay, that's where we are. Now, last week, Reverend Russ talked about unhealthy, obsessive attention. If you were here, you remember that. Unhealthy obsessive attachment. Now, this week, we're looking at the other side. I'm talking about healthy fascination. Think of it as awe and wonder. I'm thinking about the kind of passionate focus that won't let you sleep at night because you love being immersed in it. Do you have anything like that in your life? I'm thinking about when I was a kid, I loved to read. I loved it. Oh my goodness, I would read while I was eating. I would read under the blankets at night with a flashlight when I was supposed to be sleeping. I read in class just to, when I was bored with the craziness that goes with being in junior high. I read on the bus, I read on the train, I read in the playground, I read at the dinner table if I could get away with it. Because it brought me such joy. And that joy affected other people. I've got a friend. He is passionate about palm trees. He reads about them. He grows them. He names them. He exchanges them. He knows all of the various botanical names and subspecies, and he belongs to palm societies, and he volunteers in public gardens in the palm sections, and he germinates the seeds of rare palms, and then he gives it to other passionate palm people. And just the joy that it unlocks in him because the creative power of the universe is flowing through the direction of his attention and revealing that. It's contagious. Turns out you and I can get passionate in a joyful way about almost anything. Things, activities, ideas. And if you're sitting thinking, well, I can't think of anything that I am passionate about, I have an exercise for you if you're willing to try on to see if you can bring that to life. Here it goes. Choose something, like a quality or one of our values at the center, like compassion or integrity or love, or an idea like health or connection. That's the first thing. Then, let yourself become fascinated with it. Wonder about it. Think about it. Explore it. Write in a journal about it. Talk to other people about it. Ask questions about it. Imagine you are it. Build a relationship with it. Look up articles on search engines about it. Become it. Make up practices to incorporate into your daily routines about it. And then in a week, you will have proven to yourself just exactly how the creative power of the universe works through the focus of your attention. You'll see. And you won't have to take anybody's word for it. You won't have to take it on blind faith on what somebody else said, because you will have proven it to yourself. That's the way of things. This practice, I think of it as an antidote to boredom, an antidote to being stuck in a rut. It's basically this: become purposefully interested in something, anything beneficial. Fall in love with something in life and see what happens. My guess is not only will you become inspired, but you will become inspiring to those around you because of the energy that comes alive in you. There is always something to fall in love with in life, always. But there are times when I've got into a rut and I've had to break out of the rut to get out of it. And I'm thinking now of Charles M. Schulz's famous phrase. I wonder if you know what I'm going to say. Life is like a 10-speed bicycle. Most of us have gears we never use. What a great idea, a grand idea, that there are experiences and ideas and energy in me that I have not yet accessed. And I think that's persistently true. And just as a cyclist can shift gears to match the terrain going uphill or downhill, perhaps I too can shift my focus and energy to something new and see where does that lead me. Because, Schultz's metaphor highlights that perhaps many of us remain stuck because we're just using a few gears. I love it when the room goes very quiet. So I'm imagining, and I hope you are too, that there are these additional gears available. And I'm thinking, what might they be labeled, those gears, these extra gears? And I think they are probably compassion, creativity, curiosity, connection, courage, confidence, clarity, calm. See, I didn't know about those gears when I was growing up, because I was struggling up the hill of life with my gears stuck in, remember? Criticism, comparison, and complaining. And there's nothing wrong with those gears. It just turns out that there are others that make going uphill easier, that make moving through life more joyful. And then when I learned to access these gears, with great results, I thought I'd be set for life. I thought I got that now. But I'd forget them and slip back into the lower gears of my former life. Do you know what I mean? Life has a funny way like that of slipping back into routines from the past. Maybe we all experience that from time to time, finding yourself slipping back into old patterns. I will be the first to admit I slip. Why, just the other day, I was sitting in a meeting with Reverend Russ Laguerre, our assistant minister, and I was trying very hard to complain bitterly to him about an old wound. And he very skillfully would not engage. He kept on redirecting the conversation to the work we had to do. I was getting so irritated. And that's when I remembered how easy it is to become fascinated in anything. Because I was becoming fascinated in low-level thinking. Have you done that? Become fascinated in activities that are not beneficial. And that's when I realized to redirect my attention is an act of self-love. Something else I learned at the center is that there is a remedy for when we are obsessed with unhelpful thinking. There are ways to shake off this sense of stuckness and reignite the spark of awe and holiness. And one of the ways I particularly like is this: to see with new eyes. So this is the second exercise I'm suggesting. See things in your life with fresh eyes. For example, look at your neighborhood or your home with the eyes of a visitor. The staff and I were recently walking through the center. We were looking at the center as if we were visitors, seeing it for the first time. And oh my gosh, that's when we realized so much clutter had started to accumulate, and spider webs where we hadn't thought to look. And so we rolled up our sleeves and we started tidying up. And then Juanita Ortegan, who serves coffee to us every Sunday with the hospitality team, she came in and she cleaned that snack bar from top to bottom so that it is spotless, fresh, and clean. So thank her when you get your coffee today. And all of this started, I believe, because we looked with new eyes. In other words, we changed the filter and we shifted our attention, and in so doing, we gave the creative power of the universe a new direction to freshly flow through. You can also try to see your world afresh through the innocent wonder of a child. That's a fun exercise. Or you can even glimpse at your partner or your spouse through a different set of eyes. For example, through the eyes of the divine. Now, you're going to need your imagination for this part of the exercise, because then you can ask yourself, if the divine looked at my beloved one, what would it see? Now, keep in mind first that the divine doesn't judge, compare, condemn, control, complain. So what's left? So you have to use your imagination to ask, what does the divine see in my beloved when all of that comparison and condemnation and control is dropped? What is there to see? Oh, this is a very exciting exercise when I think that idea through, that the creative power of the universe works through the focus of my awareness. Because when I practice seeing in the way I imagine the divine sees, what I'm actually doing is focusing or refocusing my attention in a beautiful, fresh way. And then my awareness becomes the focus lens. And I'll tell you, when I started to play like that, how does the divine see? Or what would love have me understand? Or how would loving kindness want me to show up? When I started to play like that, things in my life started to open up beautifully. So much relief. I read in Greg Levoy's book, Vital Signs, I read about a moving scene in a movie named Wings of Desire. Now, I haven't seen the movie. I just read what he wrote about it. And he writes that in the scene in the movie, a middle-aged angel comes upon a man who has just had a terrible motorcycle accident and is dying. And to comfort the dying man, the angel sits down next to him and recites in the man's ear all the particular things the man has loved in his life. And as I read through it, I was so moved by the image of it and thought, how wonderful it would be for you and me to be angels to ourselves. And so I want to end with an invitation for you to do just that. Be an angel to yourself and take time this week to recite to yourself all the things that you love and have loved in life. You know, whether that's the smell of your morning coffee or the laughter of a loved one or the way the sunlight dances on your window. And then notice how the creative power of the universe responds and flows through that filter and awareness direction. And then, when you're done with that, pick someone in your life to secretly be an angel to them. Be stealthy about it. Don't tell them what you're doing. Just silently recite to yourself all the particular things they love and have loved in their life. And I suspect, in fact, I'm confident that doing this exercise will refocus the lens of your mind in such a way that the creative power of the universe will find its way to elevate the vibration of love in your life, I'm sure. So I want to summarize the 3 exercises I've invited you to participate in today. Number 1, choose a focus. Pick something close to your heart, a quality, a value, an idea, and immerse yourself in it. Fall willfully in love with that something. That's number 1. Number 2, see with new eyes. Particularly try to imagine seeing how the divine might see. Number 3, recite the things you love and have loved in life, and then do the same thing for somebody else in your life. Not to communicate that to them, but to generate the opening of the love vibration in your own heart. So now I invite you to breathe in with me and to exhale as we enter into a moment of spiritual practice, recognizing that there is a power, one and only power, a creative power in creation, in all of life that is in and through everything, everywhere, persistently and permanently so. Everywhere means right where I am, and right where you are. And that is why I understand that I move in it and breathe in it and live in it. I think through it and I am part of it. I am a function of this creative energy. This causes me to realize that something magnificent is happening all of the time. There is a creative renewal possibility initiating itself constantly in and through me. And so today, I become curious about the tone and the focus of my awareness so that my mind becomes a blessing and my thought an anthem of love. Giving thanks for the precise way in which this power responds to me, I release this word into its law and let it be. And so it is. I invite you again to breathe in with me and to sigh as we make the transition to that part of our service where we practice the law of circulation. The law of circulation is a suite of practices that includes acknowledging, thanking, forgiving, giving, and receiving. Right now in the service, this is the part where we not only think about and appreciate our center for what it brings into our life and the connections and friendships we make, but also we give to the center so that it may continue to be here for others and for generations to come. There are all kinds of ways that you can participate in your giving. There is text to give that is quite easy and becoming quite popular. And there are the other ways of giving that are available on our website. If you like to give by check or cash as the basket comes round, we're going to be passing the basket. But if you've given in one of the electronic forms, but you'd still like to participate in the ritual, pick up one of those coupons that says, I give electronically. Have you got one in your hand, somebody? There you go. And then as the basket comes round, you can drop it in the basket as a symbol of your heart connection to your support for your center. I ask the ushers to stand and want you, as you prepare your gift, or take it in your hand, or place your hand on your chest as a symbol of your heart connection. Say after me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and prosper. It does amazing things in the world. And so it is. Ushers, please receive the gift.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, yeah. I'm so grateful. 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 Sing it with me. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 We're 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 so grateful.
We're so grateful for Gary, Lynn, Floyd, and the band. We have some announcements. Do you love creating art, and did you enjoy the art fundraiser resident artist Michael Seymour? He donated so much art, and he really helped to make fundraising and beauty happen last year. We are now inviting all our brilliant artists to support our 2023 art fundraiser this coming November. If you have one or more works of art you would like to donate to the center for our upcoming fundraiser, please reach out to Bob Hart by clicking on the photo of the painting on our website. Also today, Daniel Celador and Carrie Manwiller will be in the social hall to talk about it, any questions you might have. This Wednesday evening, please join Reverend Sayota Bell for our Wednesday evening service at 7 p.m. She will help us discover our sacred yes. We will have tea, goodies, freshly baked bread, and beautiful music. Don't forget to bring your pals. We have a number of classes and workshops coming up in July and August, and you will find information about them on our website. And this handy flyer that's supposed to be down here, okay, well, the handy flyer that is available in the entrance to the social hall. I should have looked first. Today at 1 p.m., Dr. Edward is teaching an in-person workshop called Moving Forward with Clarity and Conviction. Say what you mean. This fun workshop will help you gain a clear understanding of how to reframe stressful ideas in your life into authentic and powerful, positively framed statements that you can use in spiritual practice and affirmations, affirmative prayer, and visualization. Sign up on our website or sign up at the info desk. You can still sign up today. The workshop starts at 1. We are taking walk-ins, but be sure that you arrive early so we can make sure that you get registered in time. On Sunday, August 27th at 1 p.m., Edward and our staff are hosting our next new member class. If you call our center your spiritual home and would like to express your love by becoming a member, we will share all about what membership means and the benefits of membership for you. You can join in person in Wagoner Hall or on Zoom. Sign up for this free class on our website by clicking the photo of the dandelion seeds. And on Thursday, August 31st at 6 p.m., Kathy Galvin is teaching her beloved Enneagram, A Path to Wholeness. And in this class, you learn about the Enneagram and how it is a map to help you grow spiritually. Sign up on our website by clicking the Enneagram symbol. And chat with Kathy after service in the social hall if you have any questions. That's Kathy. Our bookstore has another raffle in which you can participate. We have a beautiful Buddha statue you can enter to win. Check it out in the bookstore and all the other wonderful gifts and goodies that they have waiting for you. Finally, we have a special message from our August nonprofit partner, Interfaith Shelter Network. Be sure to say hi to to Executive Director Monica Savone and Board President Eric Haugen in the social hall after service today, and thank them for the good work that they do. Thank you for being here.
Our mission really is just to help folks that are unhoused attain and sustain their own permanent housing.
Before I came to IFSN, I found myself to be a single father with 2 very young children. IFSN took us in and helped me hold myself accountable for my substance abuse issues. They gave me therapy, they helped me build my credit, find steady employment. After 4 months, I was able to move us out of the group home, which they provided for us, and into a very beautiful 2-bedroom unit located in a nicer part of Santa Rosa. I was lost in the wilderness, and step by step, they helped me blaze a path back to civilization. Today, I'm living a free life, and I'm employed at the same job since February of 2019. I can stand and hold my head up high. I stand on my own 2 feet, and I can look forward to the future.
We are so excited that the Santa Rosa Center for Spiritual Living chose us as one of the 12 nonprofits for 2023. And the church has certain shared values that Interfaith also has: kindness, respect, dignity. And we also believe that it is a basic right for human beings to have housing, food, to have safety, and to have a sense of belonging.
They helped me look for housing, definitely had a lot of resources available. It was mainly for providing the stability. I mean, that was my problem a lot in the past, was having that stability at home in order to accomplish everything else. I feel like my journey of where I'm at in a house, full-time job, working with youth, foster youth, which I was a foster child myself, none of this would be possible without IFSN.
The support that we get from individual donors like the Center for Spiritual Living is vital. We need to have funding that we can help people on the spot. We could have someone walk in our door who hadn't bathed, hadn't eaten for days, needed a place to stay. Maybe they had some medical health issues, and we could help them right then and there. That's what the Center for Spiritual Living will give us.
And I want to thank the Center of Spiritual Living for your contribution.
I want to thank you from the deepest part of my heart to the Santa Rosa Center for Spiritual Living for your donations and your support that you're giving to Interfaith Shelter Network.
You are making all of this happen. You are making this difference. You are affording us the ability to help those most in need in our community.
Thank you to the Center for Spiritual Living for your contribution.
Oh, wow. And did you see our Celeste Austin? That's our Celeste Austin. She's ours. I love her. There she is right there thanking us, but she's one of us. Oh, yay. And thank you for contributing so that we can support organizations that are doing good work in the world, that are in alignment with our values and our work toward the global vision as a reality for all people. It is time for us to close our service. I hope I'll see you at the workshop at 1 o'clock. So won't you please stand? While you stand, let me say, if there's something incomplete in you, or if you cried yourself to sleep last night, please don't go home without giving yourself the gift of a prayer that one of our prayer practitioners are on standby, either on Zoom or in person, to give to you. Just go back to Karen over there, and she will hook you up with a prayer practitioner for your prayer. And now, won't you say, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body, and life is in my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I accept it, just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Know with me that you are never alone, that Spirit is right where you are, that you have only to look within at any moment to know that you're guided, sustained, and empowered by a presence that expresses itself as you in this world. In deepest gratitude, let us live our lives accordingly so that in everything that we do and say and think, we honor this presence within. And so it is. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you again. And now let us close in song.
I invite you to sing this with me. Based on the prayer of St. Francis, make it your prayer as you go out into the world this week. Here we go. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Sing all that again. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Where there's hatred, where there is hatred, I will love. And where there is sadness, I will bring joy. And where there is darkness, I will shine. Claim it for yourself. I am an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument of peace. Let's sing it all one more time. Here we go. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, I will love. Where there is sadness, where there is sadness, I will bring joy. Where there is darkness, where there is darkness, I will shine. Claim it for yourself. I am an instrument of peace. And then make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument of peace. Sing that last line again with me. I am an instrument of peace. One more time, make it your prayer. Make me an instrument of